Have you ever thought that if this graveyard adds 2 more tombstones, this old couple might just hit the snooze button on life? You know, that craziness in your heart and you believe Saren coming back. It's a lost cause. If you manage to stay alive, you won't get a thank you from the heavens, maybe just a thanks for playing card. Others, the sorrowful dad or the reluctant shoot. It's a shocker that the fighters on the battlefield don't believe in God. But they do believe in DOS, and before parting, she'd handed him a Bible, like giving him a get-out-of-jail-free card. While his heart wished DOS wouldn't enlist, his actions were those of a superfan cheering him on. She'd hoped for a little selfishness in the camaraderie of love, but when duty called, he chose selflessness, a real inner conflict. So when DOS opened the Bible and saw Shoot's sun-kissed photo, it was like the spark of faith finally ignited. The fight trained first in barracks. DOS soon found his mates uniquely talented. There was some exercising in the nude, and others tossing knives around with their feet just when he was baffled. In walked the classic old Howe. These fresh recruits had no clue they were about to step into a battlefield that could be called Hell's waiting room. So as soon as old Howe walked in, he shattered the innocent vibes of the rookies. They were a bunch of young fighters in a sea of blood marks. DOS might not be the sturdiest, but his fitness had everyone gasping. He easily outpaced them all in stamina and speed. Such performance made old Howe hopeful, but at shooting time, DOS said he'd never touch guns. That's done everyone fight without a gun? Suicide? Totally illogical. DOS explained he wasn't there to kill, but to save people. Old Howe was left scratching his head on what to do with him. DOS said he enlisted with a promise of peace, but he was equally mystified as to why he got assigned to infantry. The captain was totally baffled. No matter DOS' beliefs, going to battle unarmed sounded just like a bad joke. Watching DOS' demeanor, he sensed it was no light joke, leaving the captain at a total loss for words. DOS stood with teammates not to isolate, but to tease and mock. This made everyone see DOS through a filtered lens. They hoped to nudge him out, and egged on by old Howe, Smith took action that night. He snatched DOS' Bible and boldly called him a coward, declaring him the whole crew's dead weight. Smith noticed DOS was silent, so he set the stage to bait him into an attack. You'd have thought DOS remained unresponsive. Smith missed every hit, mocked him as soft, and showed Shoot's photo. Subtitles. He provoked DOS twice consecutively, yet DOS didn't show any sign of losing his temper. So Smith thought DOS was simply a spineless guy and promptly lost interest. The next day, fed up, old Howe barged into DOS' bunk. He declared DOS the shame of the barracks, and because of this, the whole platoon faced extra group training. Everyone was punished with extra drills for DOS' beliefs, leading to a good old beating for him that night. Throughout, he didn't fight back once. The next day, seeing beaten up DOS, old Howe thought his plan had hit the jackpot. He asked to send DOS home early, but DOS stubbornly insisted on staying and didn't even mention those who roughed him. Looking into DOS' eyes, old Howe realized this wasn't weakness, but willpower forged from steel. Training wrapped up quickly, everyone could take leave. When it was DOS' turn, the commander suddenly barged in. He learned about DOS' story from his superiors and came here with the intention of making things difficult for him, desiring to personally evaluate his abilities. How long do you think we'll wait? I feel like we've been waiting forever. In Sorry, sometimes men just need a little energy boost. Some men might not be as tough as my dad. DOS got thrown into the clink for defying orders. A long stretch of not being understood or trusted finally made him blow his top. Soon after, Sergeant walked in to chat with DOS, admitting it was rather rude to make life hard for him. But looking at it another way, the sergeant had a far better grasp of the brutal realities of war. In his view, guys like DOS, always preaching faith, were best off at home praying for the real heroes in the front lines. While it sounded heartfelt, it was layered with sarcasm. If DOS wasn't on board, he sure wasn't backing down. After the sergeant left, Shoot followed, and just like she thought, DOS must have stumbled upon some major obstacles. He didn't drop hints about the wedding. She didn't blame him instead. After hearing DOS' story, she swallowed any thoughts of discouraging him. Upon hearing of DOS' resolve, Shoot swiftly informed his parents, warning them that since DOS wasn't backing down, military court awaited him. Shoot hoped his dad would find a way to assist DOS, and soon enough, Dad donned his uniform to seek out his old sergeant. Having served the country, now willingly getting back to action, how could they let him crash before he even started? Meanwhile, Doss stood in court, having no excuses for defying orders. However, when questioned about his own guilt, Doss opted to deny it, and his succinct two-word reply has continued to hold immense value. As everyone absorbed Doss' account, his dad barged into the courtroom. The judge recognized that uniform instantly, an old soldier in the house.